not going to Florida.
Oh, poor baby.
I'm like, you're going in like 3 weeks. Bite me.
Yeah. We didn't get to go to Florida this year because we had to go to Missouri.
And the FTX.
That was... The FTX wouldn't have messed with that. But...
We gotta get shooting. Actually,
yeah.
I want to talk to...
Dynamic Steel, man. It's approximately 100 hits.
Yeah, well, I want to talk to them.
$10.
I want to talk to them about 3-gun. I really want to get doing 3-gun.
Well, we go out for steel and we can ask... Oh, yeah, hey, just make sure. Oh, no.
I actually want to get into 3-gun.
Super crazy. Have 4 extra kids at my house.
Anyways, so, for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
How many kids you got here?
Well, tonight I only have 2 extras. But we have had 3 extras.
No wonder your wife needs the Yoder Toter.
Yeah, well, yeah, because my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law are in Thailand.
Ah, mission trip, yes.
Yeah, on the mission trip in
Wait a
Thailand.
minute, can you get a hold of your mom, tell her to bring me back something cool, like, you know, something from Muay Thai? She's in Thailand.
Yeah.
Like, tell her to find something that says Muay Thai on it. Like a shirt, or, you know...
I don't...
Or bring back one of those tiny little guys.
Yeah, well, what they're there for, they're through a program called Remember New, which is, they're dedicating 3 homes that this program is built for kids rescued from the sex trade over there.
I'm sure she can at least find me a Muay Thai thing at the airport.
Maybe, yeah.
Or bring me back one of the little fighters. Just shove them in a bag. Bring them over.
Yeah.
What the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All that remains.
All that remains. Wow. I gotta read the thing that I tagged her in.
So it's literally the song is only 1:24.
Huh.
They also happen to use it for the intro
ads.
to Sirius XM. It's on Sirius XM too.
Nice.
So most people that would listen to Liquid Metal know this song from Jose Mangan.
Harper, please go to bed. The only issue I see with that, we have to either do a disclaimer thing at the end and credit them.
Well, I want to actually talk about him too, because he's a big pro QA guy.
Okay.
Still is. But like... Oh yeah, your coin.
Well, it's not. No, it's not the coin. It's the limited patch. Stevie wants to
frame that.
Frame it, yeah, because it's got a. I mean, every certificate has a different wax seal on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's something that I like that song because I've heard it before, but we'll get into that in the actual show. Phil is a big 2A guy, and that's kind of a couple people I wanted. That's something else I wanted to talk about. It's some of the big name people that are 2A. So, like Phil and Posty and, you know, Keanu and, you know, some of the guys that are big out there right now. Granger Smith, which I feel bad for him. Did you hear about it? His 3-year-old drowned a couple weeks ago.
Oh, jeez.
Tragic pool accident.
Oh, jeez. Okay, before we get any further, let's just roll the intro song.
Go for it.
So yeah, the other day with this whole Yeet canon stuff that started.
Well, first,
High Point.
Let's get into the welcome first, and then we'll. So this is episode 19 of the Daddy Brigade podcast. I'm Zach, the Tactical Gnome.
Keith, the Bearded Tank.
And tonight we're talking about All the Yeet.
All the Yeet.
So if you don't know or haven't been on social media and you're involved in the 2A community, you've obviously been living under a freaking rock if you don't know about this Yeet and the Yeet canon and all the Yeetness that's been out there right now.
It has been yoked.
Wow.
I had to look it up on our dictionary, and it does have a past tense form of yoked.
Okay, then. I mean, like, seriously, like, we were getting into stuff about it at work, and just, I mean, High Point is dumb for not doing this, because, like, it literally just...
Aero Precision's got their lowers with it now.
Aero Precision, PSA has not only an Aero 15 lower, but a Glock lower, which I'm looking at buying. It's $100. I will probably end up with that just to have one.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's got the...
Santucci.
I can't do the
dab?
The dab thing, you know. I don't dab.
No, me neither.
But it's unreal just how much it blew. HK. Just freaking...
The YC Mark 23.
Yeah. Well, they were actually going to bring out the YC 45. They were going to call it the Yeet Cannon 45. Yeah. And, like, you know, collaborate there. And, like, they even said... So, basically what happened was, I don't know how many weeks ago, months ago, whatever, High Point Firearms said publicly and went online, like, hey, we're going to let the public name
our new 9.
Our new 9.
The upgraded of the C9.
Yeah. Is that the one that has the threaded barrel and all that? So, basically, I think we should just call it the frickin' Dick Beater. Because, like, if you put a freaking broom handle on it, on the threaded barrel, like, once you're running out of ammo, like, you could just beat the hell out of people with it.
Yeah. But yeah, the wife and I were talking about it. Now, I'm not all hip with the new slang. I literally had to look up the definition of yeet.
Good.
The first definition that comes up on Urban Dictionary is to discard an item at high velocity. Yeah.
I don't think that's the definition everybody was going with, but that's
probably not.
I'm going to go with that one.
The very top definition on Urban Dictionary. That is what it is. And we were talking, and her reply was, "Liberals are dumb. I'd like to yeet them off the top of a tall building." If you snowflakes got offended, bye-bye.
That's good.
But it's just...
But the amount of butthurt, well, it's not really butthurt, but it just went unfreaking believably off the rails.
Yeah.
And
I swear, every other post that I saw on my freaking...
Did you see the one I posted with the suppressors?
Yes.
Suppressor, silencer, can, yeeter, what?
Yeeter
discreeter.
Yeah, yeeter discreeter.
The yeeter discreeter. From now on, all silencers will now be known as yeeter discreeters. And we are going to call all pistols...
Do a quiet time with the big...
And a yeeter discreeter. Yes! Yes. From now on, we are going to call all pistols, except for the Desert Eagles, yeet cannons, and for the Desert Eagles, so in the 44 mag and the 50 AE, we will now refer to them as the Giggity Giggity.
The Giggity Giggity. Dear Diary, jackpot. Alright.
So as you can tell, we're both kind of in a goofy mood tonight. I know we haven't recorded one in 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
Something like that. Sorry, we both...
I was at FTX last week.
He was at an FTX that I should have been at.
I did some pew-pewing.
But I had to paint a building and kill a garden for no fucking reason because, well, we still haven't got the garden planted because...
Today's been the first nice day in like 12
You know why?
days.
You know why? It's the first day of summer. First day of summer.
solstice.
Yeah, so basically...
It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, too. And,
And
then
Sunday... No, it's supposed to... Well, I've checked it out, and it bounces around. There's a couple days where it's going to rain, but it's like a very small percentage. We, as far as farming, are done. That's why I was a little bit late getting here tonight. My stepdad brought the dump truck back over. We cleaned all the fertilizer out of it. Pressure washed the bed.
Sunday is supposed to be nice.
Pressure washed the bed. Got all that out. Why are we trying to reconnect?
Due to poor wireless connection. What? Ah, it's in the living room. Facebook is... YouTube is still good. Let me go grab the hotspot. It's just in the living room.
Oh, okay. So anyways, I'll sit here and talk. So, for the folks listening, we have had absolute torrential downpour rain just kicking
I don't know, they're still outside.
Our ass up here in northeastern Ohio, western PA. Father's Day, we had tornado warnings. There was 3 separate supposedly confirmed tornado touchdowns in Trumbull County, which is the county above the county me and the Bearded Tank live in. They had tornadoes over in PA. Our weather's been really jacked up, and we've had nothing but just torrential downpours of rain and absolute just messes in fields. We've blown out 2 culvert pipes over at the big farm, lost driveway that we've got rebuilt. I've lost 3 pepper plants, 4 tomato plants in our garden, and I'm also in the process of trying to get other stuff planted, which we can't because the fields are too wet. I walked out into our garden and literally was almost up like even to the where...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's the ground, even though it didn't rain, it's just so soft now. The fields are toast.
Yeah.
I doubt we do soybeans.
Well, at least you got a baseball field back there now.
No. Football field.
Oh,
football field. We'll get into this. We shall get into this. The nice part is it's been so damn wet they can't even get it even back there to.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go live again on.
Yeah, because Facebook sucks.
Yep. YouTube's still rolling hot.
Yeah, we think.
No, it's still going.
Oh, good. So yeah, we've been doing that, and the weekend before that was last weekend also was Tanya's birthday.
Yep.
It was Father's Day. How was your Father's Day?
It was not bad.
Cool. I actually took off work.
Yeah.
I said screw it and took off work.
Yeah. This was my Father's Day present.
That's cool.
One of the guys that's actually on the mission trip right now.
Yeah.
Painted it from church. It's a error loading creating library. What the bloody hell, Batman? There we go. Now we're talking. Episode.
That's actually really cool, man.
Yeah, that was my...
That's awesome. I got some books.
Yeah, I saw that.
As you see, the 2 books. So I've been reading the About Face, which if you don't know about the book About Face, it was done by Colonel David Hackworth. David Hackworth?
Something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, it was Colonel Hackworth. We'll just go with Hackworth. He did this book, and it basically talks about his time in the military. From the age of 15, he signed up. He lied about his age and everything. And it's an awesome book.
They didn't require a friggin' birth certificate to join?
Oh, no, they did. He lied about his age. This was right after World War II.
Well, I know, but if you could lie, did you have to have a birth certificate, or did he fake a birth certificate?
He faked his ID.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But it's actually really cool. I'm just now getting up to chapter 3. Chapters are kind of long, but very, very good. I also got the book called Violence of Mind, written by Youngstown native Vard Freeborn. Holy fuck. he has it broken down very awesome. I would say I'd be about like where I just got to chapter 2 in the book. But he has it broke down very, very well. I know some people don't like Varg. I've listened to Varg talk. Now I'm reading his book. I have friends that have taken classes from Varg. I will be taking a class from Varg come hell or high water.
What?
Why any
is
of this?
Facebook being gay?
Because we mentioned yeet and
Yeet,
guns.
yeet. YouTube's still rolling just fine.
But this book is just...
Your connection's unstable. Please try... Oh my gosh. We can keep talking.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to reboot those.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try to reboot our videos because, well...
Yeah.
That sucks. That's why I wondered, because it went dark.
It was fine, and then this popped up just a second ago.
But, anyways, the book is just... My God. Like, he talks about... stuff. I don't want to give the whole book away, and...
Fair enough.
Go get his book. Or go listen to Primary and Secondary's podcast with him on it. Or go listen to the podcast and buy the book. And find out more about Varg. Because I like the guy. I don't care what anybody says. Like, you know what? We have a personal friend that does not like him. And, you know, that's fine. But we have, you know, I believe that the firearms industry and that industry, not everybody's going to like everybody.
Oh, no.
And I'm one of those guys where I try to be friendly to everybody. So if somebody says something bad, per se, about them, you know, yep.
Oh, mother trucker, what is going on?
Your computer hates you right now.
No, it's just the interwebs.
Nice. But yeah, there's a lot of...
Why did it open? I don't know why it opened that up.
There's a lot of stuff in this, just in the first couple sections of this book. He talks about his past life. He talks about some other stuff. And I don't want to actually get too much into it because I don't want to give the book away. But it's a good book.
What the bloody heck?
Oh, man.
Screw the lives. Sorry, folks.
We can't do... Oh, yeah. YouTube's still being stupid.
YouTube's still trying to go live. I don't know what in the world's going on today.
Is this charged?
Hey, YouTube's live. Yeah, that's fine. YouTube is good.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Wi-Fi, 4 devices. Who else is on a device?
Well, it's my computer, my phone, Leah's iPad, and my Xbox. Oh, no, it's not my phone. Oh, her computer.
Oh.
Nothing's dragging on, dude. You can have 15 devices.
Oh, really?
No,
what the hell's wrong with it?
I don't know. YouTube's going good, fine still. It is what it is, I guess.
We can kick it one more time.
Try it one more time.
Or we can go under... Try just going under one of yours.
Okay.
Maybe it's something with the page.
It might be.
We're having some technical difficulties as we're trying to record this. At least it's recording right.
Yeah.
But, is it still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was watching this and I was like, it's not moving.
Yeah, it only moves when it hits the end.
Yeah, I can't talk enough about this book. The funny thing is I was reading the book. I'm reading About Face at home.
Okay.
I'm reading The Violence of Mind at work on my breaks. So my lunch break, my first, second break. So I get about an hour of reading at work. Not really a full hour, but about 45 minutes of reading.
Nope.
And
Facebook's just being stupid. Bye-bye, Facebook.
It's funny because I was sitting there reading it the other day. At the end of the day, I was reading it. And one of my coworkers comes up. And me and him just go back and forth at each other all day. And he comes up and says something. And I'm just like, fuck off, Kevin. And he went to say something, and I just kind of held up the book with the cover. And the cover is demented looking. And it says in big giant print, Violence of Mind. And I held up the book, and I was like, do you really, really want somebody like, do you really want to mess with somebody that's reading a book that literally the title is Violence of Mind? And he goes,
Yeah.
no. Okay, good. Let me read my book. Just went back to reading. And, like, everybody was just like, oh, wow. Which they find it funny at work that I actually read, but I do read a lot. And this book, Violence of Mind, is not a thick book. It's about that big. I'm not sure how many pages, I forget.
I don't know.
The About Face book is about the size of a flipping Bible. It is 879 pages of actual reading and everything. That doesn't include, like, the glossary at the very end, but, like, there's 879. Like, it's just unreal. And about a little bit about David Hackworth that I know, that I've learned from listening to the Jocko podcast and Jocko Willink. He read this book like 3 or 4 times when he was on his first deployment, and he talks about this book a lot. But he was in Korea and Nam.
Oh, wow.
So he was a full career guy. And the book is just awesome. Other than that, so we've talked about the Yeet canon.
Yep.
And all the yeeting and all the craziness. Like I said, we're just going to go sporadic, which is
Bougie Commando.
Which is kind of not how I wanted to do this, but we're going to do it that way. I've been listening to a couple other podcasts. We've got some other ideas. Wait. The Daddy Brigade has a new post.
I just posted.
Anyways,
that Facebook was being done. Go to you.
So yeah, it's just been complete craziness this past couple of weeks with the weather, with us running around.
As you can see, you see the wet spot. It
Oh,
started leaking.
nice. I've got our shop getting worked on out at the house. I got it painted. We gotta get the windows done. And then once that starts, my stepdad, we were talking about it tonight, getting electric ran and everything, and he agrees. Put some new lights in, new outlets. He's like, I'd rip all the wiring out. I says,
yeah.
Oh wait, like my mom hasn't told him my full plan for this yet.
Oh.
like he doesn't understand. Like, he's gonna just show up one day and walls are gonna be missing. Like, wiring's gonna be ran.
What's
He's just
going
gonna be
on
like,
with the barbershop?
like, it's gonna be full on. So basically, I'm redoing a garage that was built, I don't know when, probably in the 40s. That was a barbershop at my house.
My wife's step-grandpa actually went there for a long time.
I have actually met people that have gone there. We're redoing all this. Somebody's phone's feeding back.
You mean phone's feeding back? What are you talking about?
I hear something humming over here.
No, it's my hard drive in the back corner.
Oh! Anyways. Squirrel. So, with all of this, they're redoing the stuff.
Get in bed and be quiet.
We're redoing all of this stuff in this barbershop for us to have, like, a little bit of a garage area.
Yeah.
Without rebuilding a whole garage. But a shop, another recording area, a reloading area, and a general hangout area for us if we have, like, a get-together.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, and I don't want all these freaking people in the house because I'm going to put a heater in. We're going to build a small bar. This guy's doing a hell of a lot of work for me that he doesn't know about yet.
Oh, boy.
No, we'll have, actually, these come in handy out there. Like some nice benches, but
these are easy to make.
Yeah.
They're 2x4s and a sheet of plywood.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot done. Well, that's the other thing. Like, we're going to do plywood. We got to seriously.
If you're doing a reloading bench, you want to do the
Well, I'm
frame.
also building a steel bench in the weld area.
Yeah.
But we have a lot. I need you to come out and I'll talk to you about that because of the drywall situation. Because it's an outside building, I don't want to do regular drywall. I want to do like that green board.
You can do green board. They also have.
But the ceiling, I want to do this. I'm not going to put drywall back on the ceiling.
Okay.
I'm going to do plywood. We're going to insulate, do more plywood on top, so we have that.
Like a loft attic.
Yeah.
Deal. Yep.
And I want to put in the attic, the folding ladder.
Okay.
That's for sure what I know. Which I didn't even show you that list. I typed all this up already. It's like 36 things. But yeah, it's unreal. This is what happens when I get bored. I start visualizing stuff and tearing walls out and moving stuff around, and it's unreal. Other than that, we've been stupid busy. with personal stuff. So that's why we haven't recorded. So, back on track to what we were doing. So you have the Yeet Cannon thing. I think we've kind of talked about that. If the internet hasn't beat it to death already, which I'm sure it's going to be going on for a couple weeks. The next thing, which is funny but not funny because it started out to be something bad and ended freaking hilariously. So, what day was that? Monday? Tuesday?
Monday or Tuesday, I think.
A guy in Texas, first bad mistake, was Texas, wanted to shoot up a federal courthouse. Second bad mistake.
It's not a gun-free zone.
The only things that were killed, besides the shooter, were a couple doors and windows.
Yep.
And he got smoke checked in 14 seconds.
Yeah.
14 seconds. Like this. But the best thing.
But he had an airborne patch on. It was all good.
The best thing out of all of this, are the memes that have come out of this guy's picture of him running with a DPMS Oracle
with duct tape on the handguard.
With duct tape on a handguard to hold the flashlight on, I think, or whatever it was holding on.
Yeah.
A like $22 red dot true glow optic that you would put on a crossbow
or an airsoft
gun.
Yeah. In his left hand.
While trying to load a mag that was still in the magazine, he had another magazine ready to load, which were hex mags, which hex mags ain't.
No, hex mags aren't bad.
But they're still hex mags. We'll just go with that. And some.
Amend 2. Or
some screwed up body armor looking stuff.
Without plates.
Untied combat boots.
No. They were winter boots.
They were winter boots. Yeah.
The rubber pullover boots.
That were untied. A balaclava that literally went over his glasses and stopped here. Like, it was like from here to here that it was open.
An airborne patch on his shoulder.
I didn't even see that, dude, because I couldn't stop laughing at everything else. This guy has become the meme of the century.
Yep.
I think. And, like, this, I sit here and go, I was talking to guys at work, and it's like, my one boss said, like, every other guy that's wanting to do an active shooter is just sitting there going, really, dude? Like, you just made us look terrible. Like, oh my god. But the memes, like, it could have been a very tragic thing if he would have chose a different target and things like that. But oh my god, the amount of just funniness and the amount of things referring to the Boogaloo and
Boogaloo.
When the Boogaloo starts at 8, but they meant 8 p.m.
Yeah. And
it's been unreal how much has come out of it and how funny it's really gotten. It's not, it's not really a thing to joke about, but it is, because
the dude was former Army.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that much.
No.
He got, from what one of my friends said, he got kicked out. There's been a lot of people researching. So we'll move on to the next topic, which there's a bunch of little ones that I've read up. Keith hasn't.
Yep.
And God, I'm doing a lot of the talking.
That's okay.
Which is fine, because Keith normally does some. Eddie Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
If you know who Eddie Gallagher is. He is the chief petty officer? Yeah, he's chief. Navy SEAL who got charged with killing an ISIS member. Wounded ISIS member, supposedly. And then there's a buttload of other charges, like shooting at civilians and
peeing on the guy, or something dumb like that.
And he did a re-up ceremony. I can't think of them all off the top of my head. I've read many articles on it. But, so, the other day, they had a thing with the court hearing, and there's been a lot of stuff going on with the president being involved with some stuff, trying to get him more fair treatment and stuff like that. And I want to read more into the actual things before I say anything else. But the one main thing that now I think really the case should just be dismissed completely.
The whole thing should just be gone.
Is supposedly the medic that was there said that Gallagher did stab the guy in the neck. but that's not what killed him. The medic said he killed him. He took his finger and stuck it over the breathing tube in the dude's mouth until the guy quit breathing and moving.
Huh.
And so, and the jury, like, straight up came up and said, or like the juror or whoever, whatever, the cross, said, so let me get this straight, like, did Eddie kill him? And he's like, no, I did. So right there, I mean, that just flipped this whole thing. And it's like, okay, like, in my opinion, if I were this judge, I would have been like,
bye.
Done.
Yep, done.
Like,
Case dismissed.
I mean, unfortunately, it's ruined his career now.
Oh, yeah.
But if they throw the case out now, he, I think, should be reinstated any back pay, reinstated anything, and be allowed to retire, you know, honorably, and just be left alone and just
yeah,
fuck off after that. You know.
Yeah.
It's a very messed up situation. That's one of those things. We talked about the crappy weather up here. What else? I'm trying to think. There are several things I wanted to talk about. Just little random things.
I got to shoot the 22 with my two younger girls.
That
was good.
Yeah.
If you saw my Instagram post, they loved it. Luckily, one of the other people brought an SR-22, a Ruger, and let us use it for them to shoot, because I want to get one, but don't have the spare fundage. So that's kind of been on the back burner. So the only thing I have that they can really shoot at this point is my Marlin 22, but the length of the pool's a little long.
Yes.
So, because it's
That's
not
why
like
you need
one of
to
those
find
little...
That's why you gotta find a 1522.
Yeah, or I could just spend $175, get a CMMG 22 long rifle, bolt for it, the bolt conversion.
Yeah.
You just can't put any pressure in any direction on the magazine.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't cycle right.
What else? So, I'm trying to think. What else here? So,
what else did you
what I was mentioning in the pre-recording stuff. So, there's a lot of people out there that are famous. And I want to start doing maybe not this episode, because I would like to get into some stuff. Right. And there's a couple people I'd like to actually email and stuff about coming on. But there's a lot of famous people out there that are pro Second Amendment. People like Post Malone and Keanu Reeves and Phil. I don't want to butcher his last name. Lambanti, I think it is, or Phil from All That Remains. He's a real big gun guy. Granger Smith, country musician. Ryan Upchurch. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that are pro Second Amendment people.
Yeah.
And some of these guys I would like to get more information on them, and I'd love to have Phil on, but he's busy. I mean, that would be, and I don't think we're a big enough podcast to have Phil on.
No.
Ran into a guy this week, actually, who is a competition shooter, shoots 22. And he's actually a really cool guy. I got to BS with him for a little bit. And he had noticed my belt. Like, we were talking, because he had a cool little tourniquet pouch. And he had a leg pouch, because he has he does some stuff. And here's, actually, it's Frog Pro is this little leg holder. He's got a SWAT tee.
An ankle kit.
Yeah, it's an ankle kit, and I'm going to look him up. But, so I got to talking to him. Awesome guy. Really cool to talk to. But he actually, let's see. I have too many people following me this week. Crap, where did he go?
No idea.
85. Wow. Okay, for some reason I can't find him. Maybe he followed the... I know he followed the... Anyways, I don't know, for some reason. But real cool dude. He told me he lived in James Jager's basement for a little bit.
Nice.
Worked with John Willis and actually probably made my belt. Because as soon as he mentioned SOE, I was like, yeah, I know who John Willis is in SOE. And he's like, you know who John is? And I was like, yeah. He says, I used to work for SOE. And I was like, oh, and I went like this. And he says, I probably made your belt. I says, I have 2 of your guys' belts like this. And I absolutely love SOE's belts. But like, he was cool, sat in BS. And what sucked is I didn't have any business cards. So for the people that are watching, we went and had some business cards made. There's our business card. There's what they look like. Vistaprint did a hell of a job on our cards. They took pretty much everything that we sent them and made us some nice cards. I have some. Keith has some. We're gonna be carrying them with us, giving them out to people. I see a lot of people at the airport that I wish I had business cards to hand out to.
Well, speaking of which...
Well, I showed them already.
Ah, you bastard! Ah.
Yeah, they look awesome.
Yes, they do.
Which Keith designed them. I told him what to put on them.
Yeah.
Kind of like our T-shirts that we're still trying to find somebody to print.
I'm gonna take a stack to keep them.
Those are yours.
Oh, I think did come in 2 boxes.
Yeah, I have my 250 at home. Those are yours.
Okay, cool.
So, just absolute. It's been an absolute crazy week. We want to do a lot more with the podcast, and it's just a matter of getting time and finances and money and.
We do have a Patreon. If you like,
which actually we want to redo. I would like to redo some of that.
Yeah.
Because I've been listening to other podcasts with Patreon, and you know, I don't know. I want to redo some of that. Maybe redo the levels, redo some stuff now that we have some other connections,
right,
and get some other stuff going here. You know, we are reps for Wilder Tactical.
Wilder Tactical, My Medic.
Trying to get Skinny Medic. If we
he
could
doesn't have.
I know.
That yet.
We could have Skinny Medic come on, though. I would love to have Skinny Medic come on.
Yeah, have Dietrich come on would be awesome. He's
Yeah.
got his own podcast now too.
Mm-hmm. That's the hard part. Everybody jumped on the podcast train.
Well, yeah, I mean that's.
You know, because there's like, I would love to have Varg and you know, some of these guys come on, and it's kind of cool if you like now that I've been doing stuff and making friends via Facebook and stuff with some of these people and talking to some of these guys.
Yeah.
How now other people like Ash Hess and Jedi and stuff I've become friends with on Facebook, and it's neat to be able to interact with them guys, you know, because Ash, if you don't know who Ash Hess is, he is one of the Knights. I think he does military.
Knights armament.
Yeah, military or something, sales rep or something. He's one of the big guys at Knights, and there's so much there that I could talk about with the driveway special and everything else, and the amount of butthurt that freaking caused, which that was some of the best freaking.
He has something else out too.
But it's the driveway.
Quantitative.
Come on, think. I can see the smoke coming out.
Yeah, son of a biscuit. Quantitative performance.
But yeah, there's a lot that I've seen, and I'm just like, Jesus. Q. If you don't know, Q Innovations, I think it's called. The Honey Badger, the Sugar Weasel, the Trash Panda Suppressor, the Full Nelson, the Half Nelson.
Quantified performance.
So that was back with Ash Hess, but I've been looking at Q stuff this week because they have the Sugar Weasel.
Yep.
The Honey Badger SD, and then their line of suppressors. And actually, I was impressed because the reason they made the honey badger, the reason they made the sugar weasel, not the honey badger, because it was more affordable than the honey badger. But it's got, their muzzle brake on it is awesome. It's called Cherry Bomb, and it looks sweet. And I like everything about the gun. They're about $15.9 for an AR pistol. But it's got the SB3 6-position brace on it. And it's nice. It's 7-inch, 300 blackout. And I like it. That may be on my list of things to buy eventually. The other thing, other than working on my building, I've been looking at getting involved. I've been not hard looking, but looking at more stuff to do 3-gun. I would love to shoot 3-gun, but I don't know anyone that does personally. Like, I don't know somebody. I know plenty of people on Instagram and Facebook that I'm friends with, but I don't know anybody personally local to me that I could go and ask about shooting 3-gun, or where I could shoot a local 3-gun match at.
DSS, Dynamic Shooting Sports in Deerfield.
They're going to be doing them?
They have been doing them since last year.
What the hell?
That's why I said we go out and do their dynamic steel for 100 rounds and $10 on Wednesday night.
Can I take the AR-9?
Yeah. Pistol caliber. It's pistol or pistol caliber carbine.
Is that considered a pistol caliber carbine even?
Yeah,
it's not
but yeah, when you go out and talk to them,
wow,
you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Went down the wrong pipe.
Nathan and Erica Spencer in the Lion's Den in Facebook. They live in Akron.
Oh, really?
They are on the DSS team and shoot 3-gun.
Let's see, I'm finding all this out now, and he's known for since.
It's not the first time I've said it.
Start of the podcast that I've wanted to shoot 3-gun, just once.
So I figure if we go out and do that, we can see about doing that, and we can talk to them. I asked them if they shoot the dynamic steel, but
we should have them on, talk about 3-gun.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to come on, the ones that are listening, we can do a Skype thing.
Yep.
Or we can do,
even if it's you message us your phone number and I call you from Skype.
Yeah, we can do it that way. I would like to start having guests on.
Yep.
Because I don't mind BSing, back and forth. Me and Keith, we come up with topics. But once in a while, it'd be cool to have guests on. And I know Yeager said he would come on. We just have to figure out what to go with. And I have to get in contact with his people, and his people will contact my people, and you know how that goes. Still working out to see if we're going to go to SHOT or not.
Okay.
We need to get on that train. And probably what's going to end up happening is we're going to cut this episode a little short, do a quick working night, try to get some stuff figured out, contact some people, because Keith's better at writing emails than I am, because normally my emails are to my bosses at work, and I'm normally filling them full of complaints and trying to keep them not laced with profanity.
Yeah.
But we, the Patreon stuff, if you guys want to donate $1, like if we can get like a couple people to donate a couple dollars, a month, that'll help us out.
Yeah.
With getting some better mics or getting like a designated feed thing or we have several things. But that's something that we'll have to talk about, and then we'll bring it up to you guys. Really, I had so much on my mind, and then it just kind of went out the window when I got here for some reason.
Yeah, and if you just do $1, I mean,
I think we're gonna have to.
I'll send you a nice thank you email.
We're gonna have to change some stuff around.
As of this point, at $1, we'll send you a thank you email, and you'll get mentioned in the list of patrons at the end of our episodes.
Every episode of that.
Every episode. I mean, we've got some other things for we've got a $5, a $10, a $20, and a $50 and $100. I mean, Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff that's going to have to get adjusted with those a little bit. We're still working through the kinks on there. But we'll make you stickers. We'll send you some stickers for sure. We just got a new silhouette cutter. We did have the Curio, which is real small. It has a 6x8 print bed, or cut bed, I should say. And that's what I was doing them on. But the more and more we do, and the wife has been doing she's been doing roller bottle labels for like essential oil stuff for one of her friends and stuff, and like more and more people have been wanting labels and stuff like that cut. So she ordered that giant Cameo. It'll actually do a full 12x12 sheet at once, or continuous feed. I don't know how the continuous feed thing works yet. I have not used the big one yet. She has.
Yeah.
She made little labels for the kids' clothing drawers.
Oh, yeah?
Upstairs. Like Kyler wanted dinosaurs. So she's got a dinosaur that says shirts. Harper, she's 3. She's 3. She can't read yet. So, like...
We made colors.
Harper's undie drawer.
Oh, nice.
Harper's pants. Her pajamas.
Oh, that works.
So, that's how it works. And then the oldest, Leah's. Because obviously my 8-year-old can read just fine. So, but... Yeah.
Why is this being stupid?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to roll. No, I can't find that guy I was talking about. Other than that, the 75th anniversary of D-Day happened since the last podcast.
Yeah.
That was awesome to see a lot of stuff about that. The Rangers reclaimed Point de Hawk.
Yep.
There was guys that parachuted in. There was a
90-some-year-old guy.
90-some-year-old dude that jumped in tandem, of course, but
yeah.
He jumped the first one, and it was cool because when he says, like, I'm not quoting him for a word, but basically when he landed this time, he says, well, that was a lot better because he said it was in daylight and I wasn't getting my ass shot off coming down.
Yeah.
And he really, like, it was cool to watch him jump. The landing, I feel bad because it was probably a little rough.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine the joints in the bones.
Well, the dude ate dirt too because when they landed, like, it pulled forward. I was like, but he was dad problems.
Mm-hmm. My 8-year-old just came downstairs. They're supposed to be in bed like
an hour ago,
2.5 hours ago. Well, 7:30ish.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on with the 75th anniversary, and I've been posting stuff. And I did our first YouTube or Instagram TV.
You did?
Video. Yes, that was that was the long video I posted.
Oh yeah, right.
So what the deal is with that is I have to record it on my phone and then tag it, which sucks because I can't have the music in the background like I do normally when I do the short videos.
Yeah.
But and that just made me think of something because in that video I mentioned about the suppressors. So we had a shooting in Virginia Beach where a gentleman used a suppressor. All these items were purchased legally.
Passed the background checks, did the whole
first
tax stamp.
First time ever in a mass shooting that a suppressor's been used since like the frigging 30s or some shit.
Yeah.
And somebody asked the president like immediately after, oh well, what do you think about suppressors? It just so happened to be that the week this happened, I'm not putting my tinfoil hat on, but the week this happened, there was a bill introduced to again try to get suppressors off the NFA list. Well, of course, that one just tanked. I doubt that the Hearing Protection Act will probably ever get passed. If it does, it'll be in the next decade, if that happens. But first time ever that suppressor's been used in a active
I hate to say it.
shooting.
The Tree of Liberty is going to get watered before I think that happens.
Yeah. And so, putting my tinfoil hat on. So they asked the president what he thought of them, and he goes, well, I don't like them. Well, I find that a little funny because his son had just 2 weeks prior to that, or 2 months, or sometime in the last couple months, just went and hung out with the guys at Silencer Co. And I don't know. It just, personally, I think it's all wrong. The other thing I just seen, Hickok 45.
Yep. No longer endorsing the NRA.
No longer endorsing the NRA as of this morning.
This morning.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the NRA. It's bad. It's getting real bad. LaPierre is pissing a lot of people off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know enough to say enough, but if Hickok 45 and a lot of these other guys are jumping ship, and a lot of people don't like Hickok 45, but he's jumping ship, somebody put it up, yeah, it must be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but
it's almost empty, so careful. I have to run and get more juice.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That one.
And the coil's about toast anyway.
Oh. But other than that, why don't we just end this and we'll do our working night.
Yep.
Other than that, I think that's it. Like I said, we're going to kind of go to this style format where we talk about certain things, but me and him are going to try to figure out how we're going to break it down. Sorry too, Leo, I'm kind of stealing your idea. I like how you do it. And I really do like how you do your podcast where you separate the different things that you're going to discuss.
we gotta try different formats to find what works for us.
Yeah, and this format works
Trial
well,
and error.
but I want to be able to, instead of it seeming like we're just going off topic
Droning
and off,
and droning and going off.
I want to be able to switch it up somehow.
Yep.
So other than that, sorry for the short episode, but we got one out to you.
No, it's not short.
It's shorter than our normal ones.
By 20 minutes.
Some of them have gone an hour and a half. Yeah. So other than that, we got nothing else to talk about. We'll catch up with you guys. We may do another episode. I may stay screwed and do an episode via the phone somehow if I can. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff lately. So, other than that, Zach the Tactical Gnome.
Keep the bearded tank.
Daddy Brigade Podcast, out.